Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome to the start of a brand new Football Manager 2019 career series on the channel. With the July and August window going on in real life, I felt really motivated to get back on Football Manager and play a series with sort of the transfer speculation with Real Madrid. I thought it'd be fun to do one full season with Los Blancos. So if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like. If this video gets, say, 100 likes within 24 hours, I will do a double upload here today and release the second video. So let's get stuck into the Football Manager career series. Okay guys, let's get stuck into the hot seat. I've also got to say a huge thank you to Sports Interactive for providing me a code of Football Manager 2019 and making this video possible. So a huge thank you to them. I have done an Arsenal series on the channel as well if you'd like to go check it out. I'll put in the description below as well the face packs and logos and badges I'm using. I'm using a sorted out face pack, of course. Let me know in the comments players you would like me to sign, tactics. In today's video, we're going to be going through the tactics, my thoughts and opinions on the players, and how I want to set up for this season, my sort of competition expectations. So, welcome to Real Madrid, of course. So here are the signings that we start off with. So we've brought in Courtois. I'm using a transfer pack. This is the latest of the 30th of July 2019 for the signings. So we've got Courtois here being brought in for £35 million. We have Vinicius Jr. as well, £6 million he's worth. Moreno here, 13. Zola has come in from Real Sociedad. We have Mendy here, of course. Eden Hazard as well. It's going to be fascinating to see how well we do this season without Ronaldo and bringing in Eden Hazard. We have Eder here as well, a right back. We have Luka Jovic as well. I can't wait to see how he performs over one full season. Odegaard as well is currently on loan at Real Sociedad. Dani Ceballos, I really would have liked to use him this season. I actually really need him in my squad when looking at this previously, but he's on loan at Arsenal. We've also got Sergio here on loan at Sevilla, and Hakimi is currently at Borussia Dortmund. Okay, that's it all for the new signing so far. It's the 9th of July 2018. Depending on sort of the support of this series, will sort of allow me to do more Football Manager content on the channel. I could definitely see myself maybe doing like a Chelsea career. I don't know, Man City or Liverpool. Let me know if that's something you would like to see. Injuries-wise at the moment, Luka Modric does have a torn muscle. Okay, so at the moment, we currently have 53 million in the bank, so we do have a little bit of wiggle room, but if we want to do wide sort of rotations, we're going to have to sell a few players. So last year, Real Madrid finished in third. We massively need to rectify that, and the previous year they won it. So let's have a look at our competitions for now. So the board want me to win La Liga. I will consider this as a failure if I do not win a piece of silverware this season, not including the UEFA Super Cup. So I want to try and win the La Liga. I'm going to go massively for it. I want to try and win the UEFA Champions League. The Copa del Rey I'm not too fussed about. So the board want me to win La Liga. That meets my expectations. The board want me to hit the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League. I definitely think the final is doable. The UEFA Super Cup, we definitely want to try and win that first thing. And they actually want me to reach the final of the Copa del Rey, which is interesting, but we'll see how we go from there. Okay, let's move down to our tactics and our squad and dynamics and whatnot. So at the moment, the current hierarchy at the club, we have myself, of course, Tom Simpzy. We've also got the team leaders of Ramos, Marcelo, and Luka Modric, who we really do need to keep happy. Highly influential players, Cruz, Bale, Benzema, Navas. So we've got to keep an eye out on them as well. So I have 3 tactics that I've made this season so far, and I'm going to go through every individual player, where they're going to be playing, my thoughts and opinions of them, and my starting 11 firstly. So I have a 4-3-3 attack, heavily inspired Zinedine Zidane goal scoring side. I've also got a 4-1-4-1 possession based, sort of heavily Spanish passing, sort of pressing and whatnot. And I've also got a 4-1-4-1 Jose Mourinho park the bus if we do need it, of course. So this is the current starting 11. I will go and look at players to sign as well. I'm going to try and unsettle some people off camera, and it'll be interesting to see if we do bring any transfers in, because the thing is with Football Manager, it heavily relies on players' availability, whether or not they've been put up for the transfer list. and unsettling players and so on. So this is the current squad I'm going to be playing. I'm going to be playing a 4-3-3. So let's start off with our attacking forward line. So this is the squad I would ideally like to play with this season. So Karim Benzema leading the line. I am interested for a bid for him. If one comes in, I'm happy to let him go. But at the moment, I feel like I want to lead the line with Karim Benzema. He's going to be playing a deep lying forward position on support, allowing him to drop back into space, allowing Eden Hazard and Gareth Bale to support him. So looking at our other strikers, we have Luka Jovic. He's going to be my second striker this season. I want to heavily rotate him with Karim Benzema. Vinicius Jr. can play there, but I'm not going to play him there. And we do have Marino here as well. He's 24 years of age. He's going to be my third striker. I am interested in potentially loans and offers for him. So on my left-hand side, we're going to be playing Eden Hazard in that starting 11 role. He is going to be playing a inside forward support on the left-hand side. So here's my starting left-sided player. If we do need a rotation, we do of course have Vinicius Jr., who is going to be my second left sort of forward here. And we also have Asensio as well. Marco Asensio. Okay, moving on to our right-hand side. Now, let's talk about Gareth Bale. He's going to be my inside forward attack for now. Now, the thing is, I really like Gareth Bale in real life, and I want to keep him at the club. However, I am going to accept a massive offer for him if it comes in, because at the end of the day, this is Football Manager. This isn't FIFA. He is massively injury prone in Football Manager, so we're going to keep him as a rotational player if he does stay. But if a massive bid comes in, I'm more than happy to accept it and maybe move him on. But he is in the starting 11 for now. I really like Gareth Bale. I still think he has a role at the club, but if a massive bid comes in for him, I'm more than happy to accept it. Okay, so here's my currently right-sided first team player. We do have Vazquez, Lucas Vazquez as well. He's going to be playing on that right-hand side for now as a backup. Okay, moving into my midfield three for now, we have Luka Modric on the left-hand side, 32 years of age. It doesn't really matter in Football Manager, as long as they're hitting that 7 overall, I'm more than happy to keep him. So Luka Modric is currently playing a advanced playmaker on support. Then we have Casemiro in the hole, being the box-to-box support midfielder. And we have Toni Kroos being the deep-lying playmaker on support. Now let's talk about my midfield. We do have a lot of squad depth striker-wise, but I am interested in maybe bringing in a world-class striker if Benzema maybe goes. Now midfield-wise, let's have a talk about it. We lack depth in midfield by the look of it. I will go into my under-19s and Casilla to talk about players as well. So for now, we've only really got Isco being the attacking midfielder, maybe sort of a holding midfielder. We need, ironically, Dani Ceballos, who's gone to Arsenal for on loan. I actually could have used him massively this season in that Mazzala role in the deep lying playmaker. So unfortunately he's gone, but I would have really liked to keep him. So we definitely probably need a new midfielder. James Rodriguez as well. Very much, I'm open to offers, but I definitely could see him as a part of the sort of the rotation of the squad. The thing is, right, him and Isco are vying for the same role. So we'll keep James. He's a good squad player, but if an offer comes in, I'm more than happy to sell him. It just sort of depends. Okay, let's talk about the right-back position now. So we have Dani Carvajal here for now, wing-back on automatic. Now we've got a fair few right-backs at the moment. So my second right-back is going to be Eder, the 20-year-old Brazilian worth £15 million. We're going to be rotating him through this season. Now, we do have Zola here as well. I quite like Zola. However, he doesn't have a place in the squad, so I will be loaning him out with a potential option to come back if injuries get picked up. Moving to my left-back position now, we have Marcelo. He's going to be a complete wing-back on attack. Now, in the left wing-back position, we're a little bit lighter. We're going to be rotating him with Mendy, of course, 23 years of age, worth £9 million. Centre-back wise, we've got Sergio Ramos and Rafael Varane. So we're probably looking to maybe bring in another centre-back. We'll just have to see. So my second choice centre-back will be Jesus Vallejo, 21 years of age, 3.1 million. Had a really good season at Frankfurt. So he's going to be rotating there. And of course, in goal, we have Courtois. He's going to be set on a goalkeeper defend. Also, Ramos is going to be a ball-playing defender along with Rafael Varane. So that brings up Navas now. 31 years of age, £44 million. I am interested offers for him because that evaluation is really good. We can get a lot of money for our players and bring in a lot of youngsters. So there's just a lot of sort of dead wood, you could say, at the club that I'd sort of like to rotate and move out. So as you can see here, 3 players that haven't made the cut into the first team and to technically the second team. So Marino, I'm definitely interested to loan and get offers from. Nacho, I'm more than happy to sell as well. And Zola, I'm more than happy to loan. Okay, so I've gone through all my thoughts and opinions on the squad and tactics. I don't need to really go through this again, but depending on how injuries and players that come in, some things might slightly change, but overall this is the sort of squad plan for the season. Okay, team report wise, here are the strengths. I'm also concerned about the weaknesses. So there's not a great deal outside the first team. Okay, better depth will be useful. So they've actually already identified that, and I haven't even looked at this yet. Best squad in terms of marking, handling, throwing, and wage can be improved as well. So moving through all this other stuff, we don't really need to at the moment. So we do have a lot of friendlies. Bayern Munich, Dortmund, that's really going to test us. So we've got the UEFA Super Cup coming up in today's video, and I will play the match against Deportivo Alaves in La Liga. But it's going to be a long campaign, and hopefully we can pick up a piece of silverware along the way. Not really too much else we can do. I will have a quick look at my under-19s for a moment, because we can, for a budget-wise, bring some of these guys up. Diaz here, attacking sort of a shadow striker. He's not too bad. Garcia. Really, it's these players here. Now, I did identify Federico Valverde, 19 years of age, Uruguayan, 2.9. Now, if I can't get a midfielder, sort of to rotate, to really play the Dani Ceballos role, I have identified Federico Valverde. He's young. He's come out of the Deportivo La Coruña team, and he's come through the youth academy as well. We've also got our newly signed man Rodrigo, the Brazilian, on the left-hand side, 17 years of age. He's worth 3 million. Look, if we do get a lot of injuries on that left-hand side, we can bring him up. So I do remember Rodrigo there as well. Probably try and loan out you. So I will be using probably... Oh, we've got Kubo here as well. I forgot about Kubo, 17. He's quite good as well. He's one of those sort of Instagram highlight youngsters that everyone talks about, along with like Xavi Simons. So maybe Kubo could get a role in the first team. We'll just have to see. Okay, I think that's pretty much it for now. I'm going to skip ahead because I feel like transfer negotiations can be tedious and arduous at times in Football Manager. I feel like getting to a date where we've got a couple, we've cut through all the rumour mills and conjecture, and we've got the signings. So, for now, I'm going to try and look for a striker. If I do sell Benzema, I'm listening to offers for Bale and Navas. I want to try and get a central midfielder and maybe a backup young sort of world-class, sort of more like a wonder kid centre-back. That's what I'm sort of looking for. So we have £53 million in the bank, and I'll see you guys in a second. Okay guys, welcome back. How are you doing? It's currently the 15th of August 2018. We've had some transfer negotiations, and we also have the first match of today's episode in the UEFA Super Cup. We play Atletico Madrid for the first time this season. So, fixtures wise, we managed to beat our under-19s team 3-1 off camera. Junior, Gareth Bale picking up goals there. We also won 1-0 here. We drew against Bayern Munich 0-0. We also managed to draw against Juventus 3-3. Gareth Bale, Cruz and Benzema picking up a goal. And we also managed to win 6-1 in Ramos' testimonial Bale, Hazard, Vinicius Jr. They're picking up goals as well. So there has been a small amount of transfer negotiations, nothing too massive. We brought in 3 new players. It's actually been quite sensible for us. We have £67 million in the bank. So let's have a look at our transfers. So let's sort by date. These are the transfers that I've brought in. So the major outgoing was Nacho. Manchester United, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer approached me for a £50 million bid for Nacho. Now, his evaluation was actually like 30 million pounds. For some reason, Manchester United have blown £50 million on Nacho, and I think that is just absolutely insane, if I do say so myself. Let me know if you agree or disagree with me. So 28 years of age, he's worth 53 now apparently. £50 million we've managed to pick up for him. Have there been any other Manchester United transfers coming in? That's what I want to know. Marcelo. They brought him in for free. That's interesting. Wan-Bissaka there and Delo. So, with that transfer coming in, I did say I wanted to replace either Benzema, James Rodriguez, or Gareth Bale if an offer came in. No offers have come in for that, so we haven't been able to spend like massive amounts of money. So we brought in 3 new players here. I did say I wanted to bring in a new midfielder and a centre-back. So I brought in 2 centre-backs and a midfielder. So I've gone with Thiago Mayer, who is a 21-year-old Brazilian. He's worth £10 million. We brought him in from 15 from Lille. He's from Santos originally, 72 matches played, 3 goals, and he's had 1 season at Lille, which has really impressed me. He's played 34 matches for Lille, but he's one for the future. He is a defensive midfielder, potentially to replace the likes of Casemiro in the future. He can obviously play as a halfback as well, so he is going to be my midfielder we've brought in this season to give us some defensive solidity, and I think he's going to be good. Santos, he's been on the continent, of course, playing in France, playing for Lille, so Thiago Mayer is my new midfielder signing. He was roughly worth around about 5 million. I paid 15. He's valuated at 10, so he is definitely one for the future, Thiago. Okay, I've also signed Kamara as well, 18 years of age. He is a French centre-back. He's worth 18.5. He was worth around about 5 as well. I paid 13 million for him. Kamara has played only 6 games for Lille, so he's not one of these sort of proven players, but look at these stats. He's got a massive potential ability. He was sort of down the pecking order in my shortlist. I will show you my shortlist of players that I've gone in for, and just sort of bids I've launched to disgruntled players. So Kamara is going to be a rotational centre-back this season. He is going to be just behind Vallejo in the starting position. Now, I actually went for Dan Axel Zagadou. Now, I wasn't actually planning on signing him. He was really far down the pecking order. Against, like, he was even below Kamara. However, we got a really piece of shrewd transfer negotiations. He's 19 years of age. He's worth 5.5. He's got a massive potential here. He has played at PSG in his youth, and he has played 11 games for the Borussia Dortmund senior team. So he actually has played more than Kamara, but Kamara has a bigger potential. So when Dortmund came and said, okay, we'll accept the 7.2, I was like, I can't say no to this, even though he's probably not going to get into the first team this season. Loaning him out for 7.5, I think that's a hell of a signing, if I do say so myself. And then obviously these signings are formerly from the previous regime under Zinedine Zidane, and they've spent 194 million there. Going to my scouting, here are my shortlists. I did launch a bid for Kylian Mbappe just to like sort of disgruntle him and mess things up a bit, try and get him to come to Madrid on his own volition, but he's worth £71 million. Same with Paul Pogba. I thought maybe with Nacho going to Manchester United, Lindelof might be interested in coming the other way, but I wasn't interested in spending more than like £30 million on Lindelof. Ruben Diaz as well, that transfer fell through. He was a higher transfer target than Kamara, but that's with Football Manager. If players have massive solid contracts, you don't unsettle them enough, and they're not interested in coming, you can't meet their buyout clauses, they don't come to the club. Carlos Zola here, he was another attacking midfielder deep lying that I'd like to bring in. We'll see if that comes through. We've also got this centre-back here as well, French centre-back. I was actually eyeing up his sort of younger counterpart, Ibrahim Kanate, who is 19 years of age, 6.5. I really wanted to sign Kanate. I thought he would have been such a good replacement. But he signed a contract recently, so he's not coming in, of course. Alessandro Mcgorry, I think that's how you say it. He plays for Spal in Serie A, played 30 games for Lazio. He's a really good box-to-box midfielder. He could potentially come in. Ibrahim Sanagri from Toulouse. This guy is an absolute beast in the midfield. He is so strong, so tall, and he could really be the next Paul Pogba, if I'm being honest. So I tried to sign him, but that's fallen through as well, and Sergio Gomez here as well. They were asking way too much, Borussia Dortmund. So that's it for that short piece of transfer negotiations. The La Liga transfer window ends on the 1st of September, so it's still pretty far away. But let's get stuck into the match against Atletico Madrid. So we're still playing our 4-3-3 Zinedine Zidane formation. So we've got Benzema up top, Hazard on the left, Bale, Kroos, Casemiro, Modric, Marcelo, Ramos, Rafael Varane, Carvajal and Courtois. We have Jovic on the bench, Vinicius Jr. on the left as a replacement, Vazquez, Isco, Asensio, Thiago Mayer. Unfortunately, Eder has picked up an injury for 5 to 7 weeks. So luckily for me, we do have Zola, so he can come in as a replacement there. And also James Rodriguez has picked up an injury for 2 to 4. So that's just fucking typical, if I do say so myself. So let's bring on Kamara, and Odegaard's been pushed down here, and we'll just bring on Zagu there for Odegaard. So let's get stuck into the match now, shall we? Now, I want to look at Atletico Madrid because I want to see if they've got any new transfers. My team's coming back from pre-season, of course. We're slowly but surely learning our formation and getting familiar with it. So okay, Atletico Madrid are going with a 4-4-2. Diego Costa, Morata, Lamar, Partey, Koke, Sol. Felipe, Jimenez, Oblak, just to name a few. I'm curious to see if I go where Atletico Madrid transfer history. So who have they brought in this summer? So they brought in 3 players. Nico here, £30 million from AC Milan, 13. He's 8, okay, right. They brought in Adnan as well, Antonio the goalkeeper. And Santiago Reyes from PSV Eindhoven, 26 years of age, £6 million. That's a really good signing. I remember Santiago Reyes. He had a really good season at PSV Eindhoven last season. Okay, well, let's get back to the match now, shall we? And get stuck into Atletico Madrid. Morata starting off with the first highlight. Madrid sort of petering out there. Okay. Bale, Luka Modric have been fouled. 12 minutes have been played. Nothing really has happened just yet. They've obviously got Kieran Trippier, João Felix, Savic as well. 20 minutes have been played now. No, either side haven't really pushed on the ascendancy. Thomas Lemar with the free kick there goes just wide. Diego Costa has a shot on target. So we've had 0 shots. And on target, we've had 8 fouls. Okay, so we're looking a little bit undisciplined out there. My conditions are right for now. Toni Kroos has now picked up a yellow. Luka Modric was the one I was looking a little bit apprehensive. Gareth Bale gets a shot away. Another shot saved there, Gareth Bale. 3-3 to Atletico's 3-2. And it's coming into 0-0 at half time for Los Blancos and Los Rojiblancos. Okay, struggling to make inroads into the attacking areas, struggling for possession. Marcelo's been playing alright. I think it's pretty early days. So at the moment, we still seem to be a little bit toothless in the final third. And Correa is coming off for Oliver Morata. He's coming on for Oliver Morata. Toni Kroos there trying to build something. 50 minutes have been played now. I want to give it a little bit longer before I do some rotations for my squad. We'll try and leave it to the 60th minute. They've only done 1 substitution, Atletico. So if they have one here soon, we might have to go for it. But I want to try and keep this squad on if we can. Okay, right. It's time to make some substitutions. So Isco is definitely available for this match. Vallejo as well. Zola, Navas, Jovic as well. Not really, along with Vinicius. Okay, looking at my substitutions, I'm going to bring on Isco for Toni Kroos. He's 67 now. He's got a yellow, so that complicates things. He does look a little bit nervous on the ball. I don't think I want to go too defensive with Thiago Mayer just yet. So let's bring on Isco for Toni Kroos and allow him to go attacking, try and push up here for now. And we'll give it just a little bit longer for the others. I just want to leave them on just a little bit longer before we bring on any more substitutions. Okay, so it's been 72 minutes now. I think it's time to do my last two substitutions. So I'm going to bring on Marco Asensio for Eden Hazard. Actually, can Eden Hazard play up top? Actually, that might work. Because I would have liked to bring on Jovic, but he's too knackered. But I kind of want to bring off Benzema. But I can't... Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to actually switch this, and I'm actually going to play like this. Yeah, this is what I want. So we'll bring on Asensio as a winger, inside forward attack. Now we'll go with inside forward attack, and what I'll do is I will play Eden Hazard up top as a deep-lying support. We'll play him a little bit out of position there, and I'll bring on Zola for Carvajal because he seems a little bit exhausted out there. And he can take his exact role perfect. Alright, let's give the team talk and let's go out. Hazard, Modric. So Hazard is still on the pitch for now. Hazard breaking away. Eden Hazard gets the shot at Oblak, but it wasn't to be. Marcos Llorente and Thomas Partey coming on. Modric now with the free kick. Varane, it's a goal for Real Madrid. The first goal of the Football Manager 2019 career. Luka Modric bombs it into the box. Rafael Varane heads it down. Asensio picks up the crumbs in the piss-pouring rain here. Down in Spain, Real Madrid go 1-0 up against Atletico. Bale now finds Hazard playing as that sort of inverted striker there. It's worked out quite well. Bale from the free kick there finds Eden Hazard on the volley. It's 2-0 for the Galacticos. And we're off and running. Finally! Thank the gods. Okay, can we hold on to this lead now? 2 late goals, 9 shots to 6 on target. Marcelo now. Real Madrid oozing with confidence. Bale to Hazard. Just goes far to the left. Good. That really worked out well, dropping Benzema off and allowing Hazard to push forward with energy. Oh my days. Real Madrid have absolutely capitulated Atletico here today. Modric gets it short to Bale. Bale to Varane. Varane with the sexy back heel. Casemiro absolutely leathers it. Cool as a cucumber, puts his laces sweet. Mwah! Sweet as a nut. There's all the analogies for you. Oh my god, we're just going now for it. Hazard trying to get it over the top. Kieran Trippier now, fresh off the bench. Atletico trying to pull something back and build something. They bomb it north there. Ramos intercepts. It's another Real Madrid counter-attack. Llorente tackles. Jose Jimenez to Courtois with the save. Courtois. We're going to get one last highlight here for Real Madrid. Nope, and it's not. That's it. The full-time whistle has blown. We've won our first piece of silverware of the Real Madrid career mode, the UEFA Super Cup. Fantastic. It took us until the 70th minute to score 3 goals. Marco Asensio coming fresh off the bench there. Eden Hazard sitting in that striker position. And Casemiro, maybe we need to invert like Eden Hazard as sort of an out-and-out striker. Or maybe like a deep-lying false 9 sort of thing. 14 shots to 9, 6 to 4 on target. Let's continue now there. So a 3-0 victory in the UEFA Super Cup is quite outstanding, if I do say so myself. Real Madrid received 4 million. Simpzy is one of the top managers. And a classy display from Rafael Varane. It's great to see that he picked up 2 assists and a 9.10. I'm definitely going to go and praise him for that. Your defensive, your passing was a joy to behold in last match. Yeah, that's what it was. Keep it up. because he picked up 2 goddamn assists. So we've got a match against Sporting here, a friendly, which I'll have to deal with. And then we have the first match of the season against Deportivo Alves. However, that is going to become before the transfer deadline day. So I'll see you guys in a second. I'll skip a little bit ahead, and if we have any more transfer negotiations, I'll be sure to tell you. Okay guys, how you doing? Welcome back. It is the 26th of August and we have our first match of La Liga against Deportivo Alves. So off camera, I quickly went and beat Sporting 4-1. Eden Hazard scored 2 goals. Karim Benzema and Gareth Bale also getting up on the score sheet. We have one new piece of transfer negotiations. Funnily enough, Toulouse actually came back and accepted my offer for Ibrahim Sangri for £11 million. He's 20 years of age, Ivorian, has 2 caps. He's worth 7.2. His valuation was around about 2.3, but now, as you can see, he's clearly worth 7. We picked him up for 11. I would like to see his potential a lot more than that, but at the end of the day, when you're spending £11 million on a player, it's not really that much in the grand scheme of things. He's played 28 games for Toulouse and has scored 1 goal. He's a central midfielder. He's tough, he's tall, he's strong, and I feel like he will do really well down in La Liga. So here are some of the cons and whatnot. So let's get stuck into our first match against Deportivo Alves. Now, looking at my squad, we're still playing our, of course, 4-3-3. Benzema, Hazard, Bale, Modric, Casemiro, Cruz, Marcelo, Ramos, Varane, Carvajal, Courtois. Looking at the bench, Luka Jovic is going to make an appearance, hopefully, in today's video against Deportivo. Vinicius Jr., Asensio, Isco, Sangri, and Thiago Mayer as well. Unfortunately, Zola's picked up an injury for 7 to 3 weeks. We've actually got a bit of a right-back crisis here. Ed is now injured, and we've got no other right-backs, which is unfortunate. So, yeah, we're going to have to bring on Mendy for Marcelo, potentially. Looking at the season, so La Liga's kicked off. Barcelona have a 3-1 win against Real Valladolid, and now we face Deportivo Alves. They finished 14th in La Liga last season, and okay, Fernando, I don't really know who that guy is. So they've currently got 1 player out injured, and we have currently, what, 3? Zola, Hamas, Eder out. Right, anyway, let's get stuck into Deportivo Alves and see how well we do. We're going to give an auto squad number to everyone else. And we have our first match away in La Liga. Lucas Perez up front. I recognise that face. Former Arsenal man. Anyone else really comes to mind? Not overly. Oh, Pacho is a former Real Madrid man. 26 years of age, 6.5. Was in the Castilla, yeah. Didn't make any first team appearances. Okay, so let's get stuck into Deportivo then for the first match of the season. We're coming off a pretty decent friendly win against Sporting. And, of course, the 3-0 drumming of Atletico Madrid in the UEFA Super Cup. Toni Kroos picks up a foul 2 minutes in, and there's already been a yellow card. Casemiro now. Toni Kroos at the edge of the area, bombs it. The shot has been blocked. Casemiro goes for goal, and it's an own goal by Victor there, but Real Madrid start off the scoring in La Liga in our first match. Toni Kroos gets his shot blocked. Toni Kroos finds Modric. Casemiro at the edge of the area, bombs it. It's a huge deflection. Real Madrid go 1 goal up just before the 7th minute there. Excellent stuff. 1 shot, 1 on target. That's what I like to see. Carvajal now pushing forward. Casemiro over the top to Marcelo. Whips it in. Benzema can't quite get to it. It's Casemiro. Oh my god. He's gone with a crazy long shot there. Toni Kroos now. Benzema gets tackled at the edge of the area. Maybe Luka Jovic might have done something a little bit more, something a little bit better there. But 1 goal up we are. Los Blancos, Real Madrid. 7 shots. 7 shots to 2. Oh, I read it the wrong way around. We've had 8 shots to 3. Oh, I was thinking because we were on the left side before. Oh, no! Oh, are you fucking kidding me, man? Typical, Gareth Bale has a potential lower leg injury. This is why I'm so tempted to move him, because in Football Manager, he has like I think it's somewhere, depending on the save, every time when you load a Football Manager save, there's random things at work. Now, some people have set potentials, but it can be randomized depending on the save. Some people have set injuries as well, which can be randomized as well. So, Gareth Bale has picked up a goddamn injury here, which I've been wanting to try and move you on. We've received no offers for him. I really, really like Gareth Bale, but in Football Manager, he's really not worth it. What is he worth, actually? It's worth £81 million. So if we could get anywhere near that, that'd be insane. But now he's picked up an injury, so it doesn't look like he's going anywhere. So we've got a couple of options here. We have Marco Asensio or Isco. I'm going to go straight for Asensio, so we're going to bring him on. So we have, oh god, who's like my right-sided? It was Vazquez is my proper right-sided player. How well does Isco fit there, though? Does he fit much better there? He actually does. Isco actually being there on the right is probably better than bringing on Asensio. Yeah, so we'll bring on Isco. We'll let him play on that right-hand side. But, man, that sucks. It's so typical, though, as well. I was kind of praying, I was hoping beyond hope that I'd get sort of a non-injury prone Gareth Bale this season. Casemiro, man, picks up 2 goals in this match. Absolutely phenomenal from central midfield. I kind of like him being a little bit sort of deeper, but he scored 2 goals here. Isco fresh off the bench, bombs it to Casemiro. It's a nice little faint touch, and 2-0 up against Deportivo Alves here. We're starting off the season with a bang. Okay, looking at the overall condition of my players, we're doing okay for now. 11 shots to 4. Rafael Varane gets a shot off target there. Casemiro gets fouled 34 minutes in. So it looks like we're going to go into the break 2-0 up against Alves in our opening match. Barcelona won 3-0 in there, so if we can match that, that would be ideal. Toni Kroos now. It's Sergio Ramos. So we've got the likes of Hazard, Benzema, and Bale before he went off bombing forward. It's been our captain, Sergio Ramos, and Casemiro to pick up 2 goals. 3-0 up against Alves. They did finish in 13th last season, so it's not the best judge of how our season's going to end up. We're not going to like blitzkrieg away, but you never know. But overall, Dani Carvajal's both won. Casemiro has been really good. We've retained possession well, and we're 3-0 up against Alves. Now, we're going to start the second half now. I'm curious, so how is everyone? I don't even want to I don't need to rotate anyone. That's the thing. Casemiro now. Modric, trying to build up something that never came to volition. We're going to be able to bring on a lot of our youngsters, maybe even early if we wanted to. Casemiro, Modric. Oh, God. Carvajal, can we make it Benzema there? The thing is, right, we're 3-0 up. There's no way they're coming back anytime soon. Like, giving Luka Jovic like a lot of game time might be 50 minutes is too early. It's too early just yet. Marcelo, Benzema, Luka Modric now. Luka finds Isco. Isco over the top. Marcelo. Looks like Lucas Perez, the former Arsenal man, might be on the break here. Manu. Perez! The shot goes well over the bar at Courtois. Man, this match could have gone a very, very different way. It could have been polar opposites with Gareth Bale. They are going off for an injury 24 minutes in, which is incredibly unfortunate. 60 minutes have been played now. It's time to make some substitutions. We're 3-0 up, even though Luka Jovic has not got the sort of match sharpness. I'm going to bring him on for Karim Benzema. I'm going to allow him to be a poacher and sit up there just fine. So I want to bring on Ibrahim Sangri now. Sanagri. So do I bring him on for Tony or Luka? Probably Tony. So we'll allow him to be a central automatic. We'll go with automatic for now. We'll see how he plays in that sort of a role. And that is my 3 substitutions for this match because we've already brought off Gareth Bale. Am I happy with that? Thiago Mayer. Do I want to bring him on? Vinicius? No. We'll bring on Sanagri. We'll bring on Jovic as well. So let's give the team talk there. I'll hand it to the assistant. And let's continue on with the last sort of half of this match. Hopefully Luka Jovic and Sangri can sort of maybe get on the score sheet and put in a good performance. Modric now. The ball comes well out. Oh, okay, it's gone to VAR by the look of it. It might have been a handball or a tackle in the box. Samu, the video assistant referee, it's gone to VAR. It's been a penalty review. And we've got it. Real Madrid have a penalty here. Eden Hazard steps up and slots it away. Eden Hazard, arriving from Chelsea for around about 70, 80 million pounds, has stepped up and scored his first La Liga goal. 4-0 against Deportivo Alaves. And the 4-3-3 Zinedine Zidane formation seems to be working out quite well. I've got my tactics right this time around. I was umming and ahhing between like a 4-1-4-1 possession based if it didn't really work out well, but if the 4-3-3 is working, I'm going to keep it. It's all about the man management, I guess. Sanagri needs to put in a tackle there, but look at him sort of towering in the midfield. Drops back, picks up Carvajal. Sangri now. Sanagri finds Hazard. Marcelo. Is there a goal? Oh, Jovic puts it just away, but he's getting into the good positions there. A little bit complacent, but he's 20 years of age. We're dropping him into the midfield with Casemiro and Modric. 4-0 is the score. Will there be any late goals here? 25 shots we've created against Deportivo Alaves and had 10 shots on target. Sanagri has the number 7. Modric. Yeah, but look how tall he is on the pitch. That's why I like him. He's like 6'2", 6'4". And that's it. The full-time whistle has blown. We've come away with a 4-0 drumming against Deportivo Alaves. That's awesome. That is absolutely fantastic to see. Dressing room, let's continue on now then, shall we? So, 4-0. Gareth Bale has picked up a 2 to 3 week injury. Damn. So pretty early on, I don't know if you would classify this as an injury crisis, but it's not good, especially on that right-hand side. Gareth Bale is out for, like I said, 2 to 3 weeks. Zola's out for 7 to 3. James 7 to 2. And Eder 3 to 6. Jovic makes his debut. Unfortunately, couldn't get on the score sheet. But Sergio Ramos puts in a classy performance, picking up a 9.10. Good on you, Ramos. Even though you don't need the praise, you've done really well there. So looking at the competitions, we currently go top of La Liga now, just due to our goal difference, scoring 4. Barcelona scored 3. Do we have any sort of outlying stats here already? Adnan Januzaj picks up the most assists pretty early on. And yeah, there's a lot of teams not conceding, of course. So looking at our fixtures, we play Levante, Espanyol, Athletic Bilbao in September. In October, we start the Champions League group stage. November, we face Villarreal, Real Sociedad. December, we face Sevilla, Atletico Madrid. January, we face Barcelona for the first time, by the look of it. Getafe in February. Sociedad in March again. And then we face Atletico in the April and Barcelona in the May. So guys, unfortunately on that note, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching episode 1 of the Football Manager 2019 Real Madrid save. I've had an absolute blast recording this first episode. I've gone through and made some not really realistic, but more or less sensible transfers. We've brought in really good youngsters that can go on. How much have we actually spent? About £60 million. But in saying that, we sold Nacho for 50. So at the moment, even though we have 55 million in the bank, settings the previous regime, we've like overall, it's like 150 million pounds before I've even been brought in here. So I don't know if there's going to be that many more sort of transfers coming in and out. Looking at the transfer list, there's been no one here that I was really interested in. Like Mohamed El Neni is a good Football Manager player. He's currently transfer listed. You could pick him up quite cheaply. Schürrle, he'd be a good Football Manager player as well on the left, but I don't really need him. So at the moment, I think I want to sort of save my money. If bids come in for some of my other players, James, Bale, Benzema. We might be able to then further on launch a bid for the likes of Kylian Mbappe and Paul Pogba. But at the moment, we've brought in a lot of young players that are going to be useful this season. We've also got Zinedine Zidane's former transfer. So really, we just need to sort of knuckle into our tactics. We've got a really good Real Madrid squad here, and I really can't wait to see how this season sort of ends up. By January, if we're storming it, I might just sort of splash the cash and go a little bit silly and spend that 55 million. Let me know in the comments if that's something you guys would like to see. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're not enjoying the series, feel free to leave a dislike. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box these days. To get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click subscribe, of course, and the bell to join the notification squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. If you guys want to get yourself some cheap and reliable games, maybe some PSN and Xbox codes to buy packs for Ultimate Team, or maybe just some games, I really do recommend checking out my affiliation link, G2A. There's some really good prices, so even just going looking around, to be honest. Anyway, the Patreon and Steam group there as well. Come and join the community on Steam. My name has been Simpzy. Stay tuned for more videos on the channel. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Mahrez whips it into the box. Royce! That is just ridiculous. With the layup, Marco Reus